Hey guys, Battles here, back with a farming video. This is the current strategy I'm using to save up Dark Elixir for the endless hero upgrades. So this is what I'm running with currently at Town Hall 10. I'm using this to pretty good effect in Champions League 3. It seems to be less effective higher than this, although there's just less loot that high up. So let's have a look at this attack. So I'll show you a couple of Nemesis base attacks, because if you can figure out how to do Nemesis bases, then you're going to get a lot of loot, because there's so many of these style of design out there at the moment where you've got the outer ring of defences separated from the core by a string of storages, which means that if you're not careful, your tank units, your golems, your giants are just going to circle around the outside, getting picked off by the infernos in the core. So the whole point of this attack is for a queen to clean out one side of the base, use the hogs to do a bit of work on the other side, and then send the giants in through the gap to the core. So basically this is all about an extended funnel. So the queen going in first to clear out one side, hopefully take out a hero or two. If the CC is in the right place, take that out as well. You're going to need at least one rage, probably two at this point. So now I've got the queen to have cleared out one side, the hogs are going to do the job on the other side, just open up a bit more space. And the queen has a habit of surprising you, particularly on a 30-second attack. We haven't got much time to spare planning, so oh, that was a close save there. You've got to be quick with the rage spells. So you have to think about where the cut is going to be pretty quick while this is happening. And as soon as she's gone in a clear direction, you'll be looking to send the hogs the other way to extend the funnel. So having checked with that first giant where he was heading, he was going the wrong way still, so I left the next guys a little bit longer, and that got him to the core. Had to waste a spell. I probably got a bit trigger happy there. Should have saved that spell for the core. But I got enough giants into the core that they mess it up pretty nicely. So as soon as the infernos are down, the queen has basically got a free run with those healers behind her. The obvious weakness with this strategy is that it really needs a lot of spells, so minimum of 4, 2 rages, a jump and a freeze. I guess if you're lucky, if it's a weak base, you could get away without the freeze. You certainly need at least 2 rages and a jump. I end up using 5 spells most of the time when I do this strategy, so that is a long cook, but really that's blame Supercell. This fucking update, it forces you to build these war armies for farming, and spells still just take an absurd amount of time to cook. Almost certainly it's a very deliberate strategy on their part to get you to gem more, if you can't bear to wait. But that's the way it is at the moment. Hopefully after the loot situation has been sorted out, they'll be forced to back down on the build times as well. But yes, this is a really nice attack. Even got a chance for a bit of a swag heal at the end there to boost the queen back up, so she'd be fit again sooner. So yeah, that's a good loot take there, especially if you add on the 200k gold licks and 1200 dark elixir you get up in Champions League 3. Okay, so let's check out another one now. Okay, so this is another attack. This is again a Nemesis base, slightly different design. In theory this one should be easier because you've got these outside storages and huts, or barracks rather. A queen walk doesn't really work. If there's nothing outside with her, she's going to try and go through a wall pretty quick if there's nothing else outside. So in that last attack you saw I used a couple of wall breakers to do that. This time it should have been easy because they're already outside, but queen has a habit of fucking you over when you're thinking it's going your way, so we'll see it goes wrong on this attack. But yeah, the plan here is the same: is to funnel down. Sorry, to take out one side of the ring of defences to create the funnel. I'm assuming when I did this that the queen would travel all the way down this side toward the south corner, but I think the king coming in here throws her off, and yeah, she tries to go through the wall here. So the reason why I'm showing this video is because this one is a nice example of how it quite often goes wrong when you're doing a queen walk, and how you have to adapt on the fly. So when she starts going through the wall here, I have to make a cut really quick at the other end. So I put the hogs down here in the hope that they'll be able to make enough of a cut on the other side that I can funnel through the middle. So they do a kind of a decent job there. They give me something to work with, but I have to clear out this south corner first. So I send in a little force along with the king to take those two defences out, the tower and the cannon. The other tip I would give that keeps me alive in this one is to try and attack on a side where you don't have an inferno tower nearby, because if the queen does go inside, then it will be a while before she starts getting hit by the inferno like she is now, and inferno on a queen walk is a disaster, obviously, because that's the heal negated. So thankfully that cut worked, I got away with it. And if you're going to do this tactic reliably, consistently, then you have to be able to switch pretty quickly, because like I say, the queen will surprise you. So as with the last attack, once that core is cleaned out, the queen has a really easy job of just finishing off basically what's left on the outer ring. So this was a particularly good attack because it only needed 3 spells, which is pretty rare. This guy only had level 2 Infernos, so didn't need that freeze. But yeah, not as big a loot take on this one, but once you got the lead bonus in, it's decent. A lot of DE again, which is what the main event is for me right now. So yeah, this is, as I said, for farming DE, if you can do it consistently, then it's a good money maker. It does take a bit of practice. Non-Nemesis bases are much easier to attack generally than Nemesis. Nemesis is a pretty good defense against this strategy. The funnel can go wrong quite easily, so once you've got the hang of beating Nemesis, then you're all set. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I need another drink. I hope that was helpful to a couple of you, and see you next time.